Welcome to Conner vs. Cobb. I'm Ryan Conner.
I'm Nick Cobb.
Okay, thanks. The thing on my nose is where I had the surgery. Just so you know, if you're looking at me, it's going to be weird for the next about 5 more weeks. I'm going to have a bandage on my nose. It's better than the one 2 weeks ago, which was a clown nose. It was like a white clown nose they sent me home with, but I'll be okay. Keep me in your prayers.
Do you get to change the bandage, or is that the same one?
No, the doctor does. I go in on Wednesdays and they change it.
You can't even change that?
No. It's like I can't remember what it's called. Something synthetic mesh. The way they describe it is it works like a synthetic skin graft, and it's just packed under a bunch of stuff. There's like layers of tape and glue, and then there's like the actual thing, and then a pad over that. But yeah, so I'm
shocked because just looking at you straight on, I mean, it just looks like a regular Band-Aid. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
I thought you were going to say, looking at you straight on, you look like you still have cancer.
I wouldn't say such a thing, but I did think it was like just a regular Band-Aid you get at, at the grocery store for 20 cents.
Nope. You see closer, it's a bunch of layers of crap.
Does it hurt?
No, not anymore. It didn't. I mean, it never like ached without touching it, but it was sensitive to the touch until about 3 or 4 days ago. And now it feels just like anywhere else. So I think it must be healing pretty well. I'll know on Wednesday when I so the first week, they put this like giant gauze, clown bandage on, and or that was for 3 days. And then the last time I recorded, I had just like a Band-Aid on it because after the first 3 days, I had to just put antibiotic on it 3 times a day, and then just cover with a regular Band-Aid. And then I went back in last week. They started doing the graft, but whatever. Anyway, when they start doing the like synthetic graft thing, it has to be like a fresh wound. So they had to like use rough gauze and rough it up again and like cut it open.
Well, that's awesome. I love
that.
I've got this
brutal.
I've got this mosquito bite right here. Like,
it's probably worse.
You see that right there? It's like discolored and stuff. It's nuts. Are
you sure it's a mosquito bite?
Doctor's orders. I've been picking at that thing nonstop for 3 weeks.
Oh, the doctor told you to pick at it for 3 weeks?
Yeah, my doctor's like, you need to start picking at that and don't stop picking at it until it becomes a scab, and then pick at that too. No, we're just, all of us are eaten alive. Like,
it's that bad out there? I didn't know Chicago had mosquitoes like that.
I guess they do. Wasn't it LA a couple of years ago? It was the first time ever to have mosquitoes.
Yeah, we got mosquitoes for the first time here maybe 5 years ago.
That's about right.
And it was very slow. I didn't see any at all till 4 years ago. And then last year and the year before, we had the most of any city in the country, going from 0. And then they finally, this year, like in the spring, they did that thing they did in Florida and Brazil where they like flooded the area with impotent male mosquitoes, which kills the female population over the course of a couple weeks.
Really?
Yeah, but the thing is,
they just get pissed off they can't get it up, and then they kill the females? Is that what happens?
Well, no, they plant eggs that they can't be fertilized, and then they die.
Wow. Yeah, man, that's some devious stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, if you became a scientist and all you ever did, like all you were ever interested in was science, and that's the only gig you can do is to wipe out populations of mosquitoes. Like, do you feel good about that? Do you brag about it to your friends?
I mean, you'd be a bigger hero than Jonas Salk if you eradicated mosquitoes. Get out of here.
You don't like mosquitoes.
Who the fuck likes mosquitoes? What are you talking about? Shut up.
I hear it all the time. All the time people are defending mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes, according to
I tell them, you should talk to my friend Ryan.
According to the World Health Organization, mosquitoes are responsible for estimated 1 million deaths annually.
I thought you were going to say 3 million. They always compare it to sharks. Right? It's always the lazy, like, this is eye-popping. People are going to be intrigued by this. Do you know what the worst predator is in the world? The mosquito. Yeah.
Oh,
yes, of course, man. But
the most dangerous game. I thought. Hold on. So you aren't actually defending mosquitoes here, right?
No, I'm
Okay.
not.
All right. Well, good. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start entering like all just any sort of benefits for cancer survivors now, and just be like, yeah. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know you couldn't get in for skin cancer. I didn't know. No, they.
It's not
Honestly,
enough,
I
man.
hope that anything like that has like a bare minimum where it's like at least rectal or something like that. It's got to be. They should set the bar at something. You can't let skin cancer in there. I'm
You
sorry.
can't have a bunch of people with skin cancer in their elbows milling around the lobby trying to get in. It needs to be very upfront. Like, we're not letting you tennis players in. We're just not. You're all fine.
I didn't even follow that. But last night,
tennis players out in the sun.
They don't have. Oh, okay.
Man, look who's falling behind
there.
now.
I thought you were talking about tennis elbow, and I was like, does Nick think tennis elbow is a cancer?
Wow, that would be. Yeah, I can see I can see how you made the connection. That's. I mean. But I didn't want to repeat nose, so I said elbow, and I guess I could have done better and said a different part of the body. But it's all over now. We've wasted a lot of people's time.
Last night I had dinner, like the whole group did. My WGA like Minty group had
I thought
dinner.
you were going to say the skin cancer people after you couldn't get into the big benefit.
We had dinner at our mentor's house. He's great, awesome guy. I just don't Google people. When I was like a young single person and people going on dates, they Google them. I didn't do that. I don't care, right? And just face to face, see what's up.
Look at you, man.
So
You're
listen,
just like a caveman out there.
So listen to you who's against apps. So I didn't know this. So we're having dinner last night, and I asked him. I was like, "Hey, were you on the negotiating committee for the during this last strike, like for our new like collective bargaining agreement?" And he goes, "You serious?" I said, "Yeah, were you on it?" And he goes, "Yeah, I was the chair. I was like he was the head of negotiations." I had no idea. It would be like if you were having dinner with Michael Jordan and you said, "Did you play on the Bulls in the 90s? Any chance you were on those teams?"
I mean, I imagine Michael Jordan probably laughed that off.
Oh, he laughed it off too, but it was like I really looked like a dummy. Just I don't, we have.
But then you explained the dating thing and no Googling, and then everything was forgiven, right?
Yeah, I did. No,
he gave you a napkin to wipe that egg off your face.
I said, "Oh, you're that David Goodman." Just
that's tough.
I don't know. I don't follow like the industry magazine, like trade papers and stuff.
I don't want to do any of that stuff either.
Care.
It's just too much. Like, why do we have to keep up with all this stuff all the time?
Oh,
and I am
Sony's making a movie.
A lot of apps.
I don't care.
What I'm specifically against are stupid small restaurants that have virtually the same security features as like my healthcare app. That's what I'm against, is having to send like my 2023 tax return to Long John Silver's so I can get their app. I'm against that. Yes.
Nick, our 46 listeners have heard you go off on this rant so many times.
I thought we had 10 by now.
No, 46, I said. That's more than
we
10.
have 40. Wow.
Yeah.
All right, I better dot my eyes.
So Nick, one of my fantasy teams, I did my draft. And this is in the league where there's actual punishment for finishing last. And it predicted that I'm going to finish 1-14.
Dude, I got 1-13. What's the punishment?
Well, it's twofold. First of all, it's been going for 20 years. I made the playoffs probably 14 of them. Never finished near the bottom. And our playoffs is only 4 teams. I've never finished near the bottom. I think 7th was my worst finish one year. And this year, it's going to be a struggle to not be in a distant 12th place.
Oh, that's tough.
Punishment. One of the punishments is a keychain it's about 1.5 feet long. That's like I don't know what it's called, those like plastic kind of braided things where it's like a square braid. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like the little girls will play with. It's one of those,
Sure.
and it has beads in the middle. It says John Cena XOXO. But yeah, it's so long you have to fold it twice to get it in your pocket.
So that's the punishment?
That's one of them.
Okay.
The other one is the league picks a case for your phone that you have to use all year.
Yeah, you told me that.
This past year, my friend Ryan, yeah, he's a lawyer, and he had to he would be in court with a purse on his phone. So that's one of them. I will be active on the waiver wires to avoid, because I don't even use a case on my phone. It's double whammy for me.
I got to get on the waiver wire too. Man, I told you that like a couple of years ago, I auditioned for this commercial about fantasy teams, and like it was a long process. It was a weird ad. Like JB, our buddy JB, and I were on the initials. It was like a 15-minute back and forth all about fantasy. We had to pretend like we were already in a league together. We brought Paul Layer into it. And when we got to the callback, they were talking about that, exactly what you're saying. Like, what's the punishment? What's a funny punishment we can have that hasn't been done? And people were suggesting the same old, same old. And it seemed like people were game for like a fun answer. So when they came to me and everything had been going great, like there was no reason to believe that all of us weren't going to book this thing and make an easy like $3,000 or whatever. And they look at me and I was like, how about if the punishment is that the loser has to pay $500 to Marjorie Taylor Greene's fundraising campaign? And I thought it was great. Imagine that. The loser has to pay $500, has to donate $500 to Marjorie Taylor Greene's campaign. And I got complete silence for 10 seconds as they waited for me to say something to get me off the hook. And then they just pretended like I wasn't in the room after that.
I think that's great, man.
The joke completely tanked. Paul told me afterwards, he called me afterwards. He's like, why did you say that? I knew it wasn't going to work. I knew what you were going to say, and I knew it wasn't going to work. And the two of them got the commercial, and I didn't.
I think that. Oh, really? Oh, yep. My God.
I actually went over to Paul's house like the next week because he lives with James Frey, and I went over there and knocked. He lives in like James's pool house or something. I knocked on the door. Paul comes out, and he's like, hey, man, I'm recording that thing.
Yeah.
That's how I found out.
You know what another good one would be? You got to sit at the bar at a Chili's for 4 hours with an "ain't gonna suck itself" hat.
Yeah, but a better one would be Mayor of Titty City hat at the funeral of a neighbor that you never knew. Like all of your neighbors are there. They all know you, but you never knew that other neighbor. They die, and you're at a major.
And they're like, what a weird day to wear the hat we've never seen him wear before. It's the first time. You have to tell everyone, broke out the good hat.
The HOA is furious with you, and you just throw up your hands like, I don't know. I drafted Frank Gore, and he's on the practice squad. I don't know what I was thinking.
We got a new rule starting this year. Because the same people keep losing our league and just passing the worst player stuff back and forth. So our new rule is if you lose 2 years in a row, you have to get a tattoo that says, "It's is my life," and then like as in quotes, and then underneath it says John Bovey.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
Am I not connecting dots here?
No, it's the Bon Jovi song. It's my life, but Bon Jovi's misspelled in the tattoo.
God. Has anybody had to get it? That's pretty good.
No, because it's a new one. The best penalty I've ever heard is a group of friends in Ohio. I think this was on ESPN.com a few years ago. Last place had to play in a U.S. Open qualifier.
Yeah, you told me that.
And the guy was 10 over after 2 holes. And it also costs thousands of dollars to be able to get in a qualifier. You have to join a club.
Yeah, but you know what? I have immense respect for that dude, and he's a winner in my book.
Oh, yeah.
That he is such a good sport. What percentage of leagues in the world do you think if they had
Yeah.
that kind of a penalty, whoever lost would just bail on it. But like, no way,
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
Oh yeah, most.
99.99%. Like
Yeah.
nobody.
Do you remember the classic one that I think made them take off, like the last place penalties, was maybe 12, 15 years ago, the Waffle House guy? No, it wasn't Waffle House because it was something like that, but they sold beer. Someone had to spend 24 hours. Oh, no. It wasn't beer. It was waffles. That's what it was. A guy had to spend 24 hours in a Waffle House.
Right.
But for each waffle he ate, it knocked an hour off of his sentence.
Oh, man. How many do you think you could eat? I mean, I think that within 4 hours,
Yeah.
I could get out of there.
No.
I think
the
I
waffles are a whole plate. No,
That's
Nick.
small plates, though, and they're skinny.
I bet you $1,000 you can't do that.
Okay, let's not get out of hand.
21
Okay, fine. I bet within
waffles
8
in
hours
4
I could
hours.
do it.
What are you
within 8
talking
hours
about?
I could.
I don't think you could do that either. I'm not betting you $1,000, but I don't think you could do it. Look, here's what would happen. You'd sprint, eat 2 or 3. Like you might even be cocky like the guy who lost this bet where he had like eggs and bacon with his at first.
What a fool.
Yeah.
He's trying to flex.
So you'd sprint, eat 2. I'd say you get about a quarter way through the third one. You're like, I don't want to eat another waffle for the rest of my fucking life. You get through 4 in the whole day because the thought of waffles will make you ill after that 4th one.
Goodness. I mean, it's tough, but I still think I could do it. I would not end up eating 24 for sure.
My friend Al thought he could eat 60 cold, dry chicken nuggets from McDonald's. Cold and dry. I think he did 42.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's like Cool Hand Luke, man. I mean, it's way easier than the waffle. But the waffles at Waffle House I'm sorry, they're not that big. They're not even as big as a waffle you'd make at home.
It's a lot of sugar, dude. You're going to have
That's what you're thinking about?
Sick.
Sugar? You think it's
that's what's going to make you feel so sick.
But you're going to be more sick of the stuff you're going to see at the Waffle House at 4 a.m. You're going to end up in 3 or 4 different fights.
Well, that's the trick, is when do you start it? I think you got to start it at about 5 a.m. so you can hope to get out of there by midnight.
Would you even go through with it if you got the U.S. Open one and you agreed to it? Agreed to it before the season began. Would you go through with it?
Absolutely.
You don't have to foot the bill, nothing. You just enter.
Nick.
And embarrass yourself.
My word is my bond.
Okay. I think a lot of people wouldn't do it.
I think we would absolutely do it. We this isn't related to fantasy football, but it just reminded me. We almost, my friend Jim agreed to it in college, but I think in the end it would have cost over $10,000, and we were kids who didn't have the money. And the deal was, would you get so Jim and his twin brother, they're from Delaware, and Delaware it's nothing but toll booths and cornfields, right?
Yeah, so actually, yeah.
The bet or the deal was, if we pay for it, will you get a tattoo that is ankles to chest, a corn stalk, and at the top, the stalk is opening up and it says Delaware on your chest, and he was ready to do it.
That's a great one.
He was ready to do it, and then we were just like, man, I don't want to put all our
fantasy punishments are a young man's game. They really are. Look, you could easily, like an easy good one that is probably kind of hack, really, but easy would just be a tramp stamp. I've had this tramp stamp since 2000. Okay,
but it's gone now.
It's virtually gone. Like, I used to do a bit on stage and I would show it, and now if I show it, nobody can see it. But if you get close enough, I don't know why you would, but if you got close enough, you would see it. I told you the last time somebody could see it when I was on stage, she recommended from the audience, she was like in the first row, she recommended that I don't get rid of it, but that I change it to make it look like a Christmas wreath.
That's probably the right way to go, right? Don't you think?
I mean, just imagine, because it was a circular tattoo, so it makes sense. But to have a Christmas wreath on my ass, look, I mean, I just love the idea. I
Would
think
you
that
get
people
Deck the Halls written above it?
Noel,
Yeah, Noel. There you go.
um, there's just something about, I think it's a generational thing when it comes to like dares and pranks. I think there's a generational divide that the older generations are always going to be more willing to go through with it. Like,
Yeah.
I'll streak through the intersection, whatever. I like you said, my word is my bond. I was back in New York, and me and my friend Bob at the time were like, we were doing, remember that completely nonsensical kind of racist thing called Chinese fire drills? Like, I don't know
I think
why
only
it was.
the name is racist. I don't think the act is, because I don't think that's how they actually do fire drills in China.
Yeah, I don't understand even what it means, and I never understood it, but it didn't matter. That is what it was called.
If we
Chinese
have
fire.
any younger listeners,
We
this
don't.
meant if you're at a red light, you get out of the car and you run around it and get back in.
Right. So my friend Bob had something going on with the dude who's pretty, 10 years younger than him, who's sitting in the passenger seat. Bob's giving him a ride home. And I don't know what it was. Trivia, but the dude lost whatever the thing was. And he had agreed to do a Chinese fire drill. And so Bob was like, next time we stop, you're doing it. And we got to the next red light, and the dude just would not do it. And I've never seen a friend of mine get angrier at someone, just like a coworker in my life, than Bob just screaming at him to get out and do the Chinese fire drill. And the kid just outright refused. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean,
you got to do it. Dude, my friend...
Of course you have to do it. It's so lame that he didn't.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do to enforce it? Really?
Yeah.
Honestly, what are you going to do to enforce it?
Well, nothing. It's all your word. My friend worked, I don't want to say where, but in a government department, federal government. He was in like a, mid-level senior kind of position, and his boss said to him once, when it's just the two of them, he's like, yeah, sometimes I go get a colonic at lunch. You should come sometime. And
all right.
The friend thought he was joking. And he's like, absolutely, count me in. A month or so later, the guy's like, John, I scheduled us for lunch today. Let's do it. And he's like, I'm there, thinking it's a joke. Lunchtime rolls around. He's like, let's go. They got there.
Bailed?
No, he went.
Did he go through with it?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you have to go through it.
He felt like he had to. The guy had already booked it.
Absolutely. I mean, whatever. Probably feel good. To me, if you don't go through with it, it is a stain on your reputation, and I'll never look at you the same way.
Yeah.
You cannot agree to it and then not do it. I don't know how much simpler it is.
Yeah.
But dude agreed, and we're just talking about Chinese fire drill here. It takes what, like
it's nothing.
6 seconds?
It's no worse than getting out of your car at a long light, going to get something out of your trunk, and then getting back in your car.
It's probably better.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt or affect any other driver. It's not like, hey, get out of your car at the red light and then throw some trash into someone else's car. No, it's not.
No one will even think anything. They'll just go, oh, he's probably Chinese.
But I bet it still pisses my friend off to this day.
It probably does. Folks, if you like the Conner vs. Cobb podcast, but you don't like downloading it, you can have the Conner vs. Cobb podcast delivered directly to your door for $39.99 a week. Venmo it to Ryan-Connor-3 at Venmo, and you will have this week's podcast delivered to your door via Podcast Direct. Sign up now. Use the promo code Conner vs. Cobb to pay the normal amount. Thanks.
Can I ask you a hypothetical? I've got a few, and I'm proud of this one. Okay. You, Ryan Connor.
Me, yes.
You spot a meteor or a comet that's closing in on Earth. You spot it. No one else does.
Yes.
And because of you sounding the alarms
Yes.
and making phone calls, it's destroyed.
Yes.
It's actually named after you, and then it's destroyed.
Yeah.
I don't know about celebrated because you didn't destroy it, but and it probably would have been spotted.
Okay.
Maybe even an hour later, but you do spot it, right? So kind of a hero, but kind of whatever. But here's the downside. For the rest of your life, you have to host
Halley's Comet's actually pronounced Halley's Comet?
No,
that's
is
crazy,
that true?
right? Yeah, it's true. Sorry, I just thought of that, but go ahead.
No, God.
When I heard that, it blew my mind.
The rest of your life, you have to host a podcast called Last Week's Weather, where you reminisce about last week's weather. It's 1 hour every day where you talk about the weather from last week. No guest, no co-host, just you.
I'm not.
5 days a week. 5 days a week.
It's like Bill Burr's Monday morning podcast, but it's just the weather.
It's just the weather.
Just
from
me
the last
into my
week.
phone. No, I'm gonna pass.
Wait, hang on. Wait. The only other thing you can talk about is occasionally you'll get mail where they ask you to forecast the weather, and then you get very upset that someone would ask you to forecast because you're only interested in talking about your memories with last week's weather.
This show's about the past. Okay, if you want to talk about the future, you go to the Weather Channel, go to AccuWeather. I just don't know why people ask me this. I'll tell you about the tornado that came through town, but I'm not going to tell you about the one that's going to come through town.
Yeah, exactly.
For an hour? What do I get out of this? I don't understand what I get out of this. If people were already going to spot this comet that was coming at the Earth, then what does it matter?
I just say that to say that you're not going to get a ticker tape parade or something.
I don't want a ticker tape
Maybe
parade.
they wouldn't. Maybe they would spot it a week later. But what you did, certainly, like when people see you, they're not lining up. You're not famous. But it is like, wow, thanks a lot, man. That's awesome that you did that. Thank you very much.
What do I get out of this? What's the positive? I just don't understand what's good about this.
Because you get to know that you saved the planet.
But I didn't, because someone else is going to do it anyway. Someone else was about to spot it.
I'm going to backpedal on that.
Okay.
You do. You get to know.
I would do it if no one else was going to. Yeah, that's just being a good citizen, right? So I'd do it.
And then you're gonna host last week's weather.
Yeah, I'd probably also try to sell a book about solving that comet shit, because I know I'm not going to make a dime off of last week's weather. That's a lot of work.
Well, your name obviously brings a lot of listeners, and then
for one episode.
Yeah, well, I mean, who knows? Maybe they find it charming. There's kind of an NPR, quality to it, I'm sure.
I'll tell you what would be devastating is if it got more listeners than this thing. It would be devastating, man.
I mean, that would be kind of fun if you and I did a podcast called Last Week's Weather. It would be if, we just go through, remember Monday? And then we just...
Oh, my God.
Monday was cooler than I thought it was going to be. Okay.
I just realized I had a hypothetical for you, and I can't find it.
Well, I've got a few more.
Keep going.
Here's one from our friend Kai. I've altered it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, you can be responsible for getting everyone in the United States free health care. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Free health care, free child care, free college tuition to state schools for everyone in the United States. However, 3 years after that happens, you were eaten by an animal of your choice.
My choice, a snail. Wait a minute. I can get everyone. I can get free health care for everyone in the country, but the trade-off is I will die in 3 years.
Being eaten by an animal that you choose.
Dude, I mean, this sucks. This isn't... It sucks to have to answer this publicly. Because I do care a lot about people. But...
First off, what's your animal? If you choose... What's your animal that you would like
die
prefer?
In 3 years, aside from people who are clinically depressed?
You get 3 years to capitalize on this. 3 years to
No, man.
enjoy
I
this
can't do it,
amazing thing,
man.
this sacrifice. You're such a martyr that you're doing. You're basically giving us so many of the benefits that European countries enjoy.
No, I think this has got to be figured out legislatively.
God, you're going to cop out like that?
Yeah, I'm saying I'm passing on it. I think healthcare has got to be figured out legislatively, not by Ryan Connor fiat.
Wow, man, you are
Would you
turning
do
your
it?
back on the people of America.
I
probably
know
would
it's
do
not
it. I
good.
probably
It's
would.
not good. I don't like being on the record saying this, but I'm being honest with you.
I'd probably do. I mean, I have kids, so like to know that they'd be taken care of, that there'd be,
They already have health insurance. You have,
but they're, I don't really have to. Money wouldn't be an issue. All these things are already set up for them. They can get. I probably would, just to know that like the country's just in a much better place, and where they're going to grow up is a much better. I mean, I'd be eaten by a bunch of badgers. That's what I would do.
You do
Or
badger.
maybe a hippo. Maybe I'd go with hippo.
If I had to do it, yeah, and pick something to eat me, yeah. I'd probably go with a leopard because it kills you quickly. I don't want something that starts eating you when you're alive. A leopard will go
it
straight for
happens
my
in
neck.
the Colosseum.
Yeah.
So like you walk out there with a shirt on, everybody standing ovation. Thank you so much for your service.
Yeah.
And then you're mauled.
Wait. All right.
All right, fine. I'll make it easier on you. Everyone gets all that stuff, but you can never have an orgasm again for the rest of your life.
What's the question?
Everyone gets all of that stuff. The free healthcare, free childcare, free college tuition, blah, blah, blah. Not one orgasm for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
How about that?
Fine. That's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd say no to that. I wouldn't do that. I would do the animal thing. But I would get eaten, but I'm not going to go without for the rest of my life. I'm sorry. That's
as long as I
too
get
big
to
a
be
tab.
alive, I'm fine. I'm totally fine with that. Okay. Now I can't do this. There's one that I emailed you. It was just the worst haircut in history. I can't describe it, so let's just leave it.
I like that question though. I mean, you do. It's impossible to describe.
You can't do it because it's such a bad haircut. It's like
It'd be
it's
like what a
it's like
Karen's hair would have been in 1984.
No, it's okay. It's like a page haircut from right in the front by the eyes down to the chin, and then it's like a weird bushy perm through the back, but only up because it's shaved to the skin for the like below the skull, like where it gets soft there where the neck comes in. That part's shaved. So you've got like a hard line from the chin, straight up the chin to the top of the skull. Anything below the skull, shaved. And this whole back section is permed and gigantic. And I just said, would you do that for $80,000 a year? And you have to do your hair every day. That's what it looks like that. $80,000 post-tax.
Post-tax.
Yeah.
So it's like the IRS knows about this money.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I would do it.
Okay.
I would for 1 year. Yes.
No. You have to do it. It's a minimum of 5 years. Also, I forgot, you also have to drive Uber for 4 hours per week.
Yeah, I would do it.
Yeah.
I would. Why not? I mean, it's like just free money. I mean,
all right, man.
there's a social cost to it for sure, but
big social cost.
It's basically free money.
It's a bit
spendy. Here's another one from Kai. I love this one. You can win an Olympic gold medal in any individual event at the next Olympics 4 years from now. Any event.
Okay.
But once a week until then, you have to masturbate while driving.
Hold on. The Olympics in 2028?
Sure.
Or can you do the Winter Olympics next year? Who wants to win the Winter Olympics, honestly?
No. I mean, good try, but no. It's got to at least be 2 years out. So you're talking Summer Olympics. And let me just entice you a little bit. Let me just entice you a little bit. You do not have to work out at all.
Yeah.
Whatever the event is, you're going to get gold.
I,
As long as
I
it's an individual event, you're going to get gold. You
Yeah.
do not have to work out.
I think if you don't try this, you're crazy.
My answer was I didn't actually see individual event when he asked me. So I told him I would want to win gold in tandem high dive. And I would come in fat as shit. I would come in fat as shit. I just no practice. I don't have routine, nothing. But me and someone else who's part of this.
Yeah.
Who's also fat as shit. Like so doughy.
Yeah.
Like I've got like a Homer Simpson body. And I go up just perfect, just immaculate dives.
That's beautiful. I think my ideal one would be in the women's all around gymnastics. But I'm guessing that's you can't do that. So I would probably
a bridge too far.
I'd probably do the 100-meter sprint, but I would do it in jean shorts. It would be the most talked about event in history.
Where's this guy come from? He's 48 and he's wearing a backpack. Who is this kid?
If you get pulled over,
you just had burners.
If you get pulled over, you got one or two options. The police are like, "What are you doing?" And then you just go, "I'm training for the Olympics." All right.
Yeah.
Or you can say, "Look, before you write that ticket, just know I can get you tickets to the Olympics."
I mean, this is like, I don't know how you would get like people's attention to even get into whatever the preliminaries are or whatever, but you're there and you coast through it. You're like, you're the new star. You're just like, who is this guy? He's overweight. He's way too old and he's destroying everybody. Like, what's happening? There's a lot of like, is he on steroids? Is he cheating in some way? No, you're completely clean and totally out of shape if you want.
Yeah. I think I would eat a lot of cheesecake leading up to it, just for your point of like, how amazing would it be? Or you know what? The 200-meter freestyle. That would be a fun one to win. Way overweight too.
It would. God,
to win it in baggy swimming trunks.
Yeah, don't shave your whole body. Yeah, just
a t-shirt. You're like, I don't like taking my shirt off.
But you're just like 2 seconds ahead of everyone else.
Yeah, but I'm wearing a Big Dogs shirt. That's
Big Dogs, stay on the porch.
Yeah, if you can't run with the big dog, stay on the porch now.
You shotgun.
Yeah.
Four Loko before you dive in.
You lose 100% of the races you don't swim. No fear.
That is a really, God, if you're talking about Summer Olympics, I mean, maybe marathon too.
I thought about marathon or the 100, but I was like, 100, just get it over with quickly. I don't have to participate in something for 3 hours or however long it takes, 2 hours.
I think hurdles would be pretty fun.
Yeah.
If you're in terrible shape.
Yeah.
And you still just destroy everybody. Or an equestrian event.
Dude, if you could get up to 300 pounds and win the pole vault.
It'd be like
everyone's
when you
like,
scored
surely
one of the fat hockey players in the first Nintendo game. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Surely the pole's going to snap. Surely. And it doesn't.
Imagine the book tour, like the sponsors that you would get just after. It's totally, completely worth it.
Oh, my God. A 300-pound triple jumper?
Fantastic.
My uncle was the national record holder for the broad jump, and then they got rid of the event.
The broad jump?
Yeah, well, he was the national record holder for, it was either the long jump or triple jump and the broad jump. The broad jump was the long jump, but standing. You didn't run up. You stood and then you jumped.
God, that sounds hard.
He was a national record holder at Villanova.
That's awesome.
Crazy,
Triple
right?
jump is a weird event.
Yeah.
It looks so just odd and yet you're just blown away when somebody does it.
It is, but it's of all of the impracticalities in the Olympics, that might be the least practical skill. or least explainable event. Like, how did we even come up with that?
Yeah, what's the one where you you ski for a long time and then you shoot the rifle? That doesn't make a lot of sense.
That's the biathlon. But then that does make sense because that's like it'd be an actual thing. Like if you're hunting in the mountains.
How about this is cheating, but I think if it's accepted, I would have to go with the decathlon because you're showing off in so many different events.
Yeah.
And you're completely out of shape. Like, well, surely he's not gonna surpass somebody in the high jump, and then you do.
Smoking
and
the
you
whole
do
time
with flourish.
Can you smoke during the Olympics?
Yeah, sure, you could do. Like if it's guaranteed,
it's just hanging out of your mouth. It's just hanging out of your mouth while you pole vault. You're just like.
I mean, gymnastics would be a good one, but yeah, I'd have to say decathlon. Just like sports that I've never even done before, and I've got to ask about the rules. Like, how do you do it before I'm even going into the prelims?
What do you do in the decathlon? Swimming, biking, running, pole vault.
I don't think you swim.
Long jump.
I think you do high jump. Maybe you do hurdles. I don't know.
Oh, it's all track and field. It's not.
Yeah.
I was thinking triathlon. How it's bike, swim, run. I thought it was that plus 7.
I'd have to go decathlon. If
hockey,
not that,
basketball, tennis. I just don't understand anything.
Every single one of
ping pongs.
I think just visually, it'd be the most fun to do either springboard or high dive.
Yeah. I here's the thing. I'm thinking about
you listen to the judges try not to be offensive about like cause all it is on Reddit and Twitter is like how they're body shaming me.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking which one could you most easily monetize? And I think it's high dive, 200 or 400 meter freestyle, and the 100.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could easily monetize any of them if you're that out of shape.
Actually, basketball too. If you're like, this guy's not even in the NBA. He hasn't played organized He hasn't played organized basketball in 28 years. But they picked him, and they must have picked him for a reason. I think that's actually the winner. That's the winner.
It's got to be an individual event.
Oh, it's got to be an individual event. They don't have it one-on-one, do they?
I think that, if they had horse. I mean, I think that any of them you'd be monetizing, especially if they're like, so are you going to come back in, 2032 or whatever? And you're like, no, I'm done. This is boring to me.
Did you ever watch the air gun in the Olympics in the last one?
No.
It's crazy. I watched it. It looks like a little pellet gun kind of thing. And they just have a little, what's it called? Like a scope, not even a scope, but whatever. Anyway. And they just go, that's the whole event. It's crazy.
Goodness. I don't know. Here, I'm going to look up decathlon.
It's weird that that's in the Olympics and baseball's not.
It is weird that baseball's not. Decathlon events. Okay. Day 1 is the 100-meter dash. I mean, right there,
God,
you do the 100, and that's all anyone's talking about.
You'll be front page of the San Francisco Chronicle.
Then you've got long jump, shot put. Shot put's probably the least weird. High jump, very weird. 400-meter, maybe you'd still have a couple of doubters.
Just
like you can't last
around.
Yeah, your moves are everywhere. Day 2, hurdles, discus, pole vault, javelin, and the 1,500-meter run. And by then, you've just run away with the event.
I love it. You run the 1,500 backwards because you're like, you can't beat me.
Yeah, I'll take a nap.
Dude, I have my annual physical tomorrow, and they do all the blood work. So right before we started recording, I ate sardines to try to counter the plate full of cookies I ate last night.
Yeah, but did you eat it with oatmeal and soy sauce?
I didn't. I ate it with 2 ears of corn. It's corn season. I got some fresh corn, and I was like, I don't want to just make one. And, So
God,
anyway.
That's rough.
You may give you a rank them, and then we'll call it a day?
Okay, but can I do my rank them first?
Sure.
since you always anchor the show. So, Rank Them is a game that we play every week. You imagine your perfect partner, perfect in every single way, yet they have these three attributes. One of the three, I guess you could say. And we want you to rank them as far as the most tolerable attribute to the least tolerable, like just complete deal breaker.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Can I just say that we're 55 episodes in, and this is the first one where you've kept your head completely in frame and talked into the microphone. This is amazing. Thank you.
God, somebody's mad.
No, I'm thrilled.
Okay, well, part of it's the new computer. So
I'm happy. It feels like my life is starting to come together. I got the cancer off my face. Someone hit my car. It was deemed totaled. I just got a new car yesterday, but it's the exact car that I previously had, except
that's pretty remarkable.
With very low miles.
Did they quote you yet?
Also signed a lease on a new house. Yeah, they quoted me a bit low, about 25% lower than they should. So I'm still waiting to hear back a total number.
That's such bullshit. Mm-hmm. Congratulations on the house and all of the other things.
Thank you.
So here we are. Rank them. Perfect partner. Three attributes.
I'd say you keeping your head in the frame is a little bigger than getting the cancer off my face.
Probably is, but just by this much.
Yeah.
The first one. They only ever want to discuss last week's weather. That's all they ever want to talk about is last week's weather.
Yeah.
2, they make smacking noises.
That breeze at Dairy Queen.
Last
Shut
Tuesday.
The fuck up.
They make smacking noises every time they eat.
Okay.
Just like that.
Okay.
3, gets on board with bands, actors, and comics right after they've been canceled. And then like ride them hard. Big fans. As soon as they're canceled.
I have some questions.
Okay.
The weather person, it's not the only thing they'll talk about. It's their favorite subject.
They love talking about it. Yeah.
So, I mean, you're having a conversation or two a day about last week's weather.
Yes. And they bring it up with other people a lot. A lot of talk about last week's weather. Yes, it's not the only thing they'll discuss.
Yeah.
Yes.
What was number 2 again?
Make smacking noises every time they eat.
Smacking noises when they eat. Okay, what's number 3?
And gets very much on board with any band, actor, comic, right, whatever, as soon as they're canceled.
Can you give me an example of this?
They're not interested until they're canceled. Like
this would be like they'd never seen Lethal Weapon until Mel Gibson was outed as a crazy anti-Semite, and then they're like, I'd never seen it. Then I saw the news story, and I was like, let me watch Lethal Weapon. And
precisely, or and
then from there I watched this. From there I watched that. Okay, I got
that stuff just came out about John Reap, right? The comic.
Oh God, yeah.
It'd be like, man, I really should listen to his album. Immediately downloads his albums and like starts looking at his tour and seeing what dates they still go to.
That's easily number 3. At first, I was thinking it was people who just like misspoke. You know what I mean? Not people who are actually revolting. So I was like, maybe this is palatable if it's just. I mean, I think we're past that now, but there was a time when people would go after people for misspeaking and stuff like that. So anyway, that's going to be number 3. Number 2 is going to be smacks lips when eating. Number 1's last week's weather.
Okay.
I can handle it.
Yeah. Number 1's the easiest. Yeah.
You?
I think slight difference. I couldn't handle the smacks while eating. That's number 3. The following canceled bands is 2. I mean, I don't love it, obviously. I'm always having to make excuses, but I can't, like, if this person, you're with them all the time and they, like, the sound of them eating is revolting to you, I can't do it. And last week's weather's got to be number 1, although that would get real old.
Yeah. I almost put the eating like that first. Then I thought, it would be embarrassing in public. At home, it would be annoying. In public, it would be embarrassing.
Hang on.
Okay, my rank them. You ready?
Mm.
This person does roadkill taxidermy in the house. All right. In the living room, roadkill taxidermy.
Okay.
Always doing a project. Number 2, goes to every local town hall and says crazy stuff. Once per quarter, it goes viral. It's always broadcast online. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
I mean,
I know.
and they're
But
just. Number 3 wears a NAMBLA shirt. Okay,
a what?
NAMBLA. You don't know NAMBLA?
What's NAMBLA?
The North American Man Boy Love Association.
Okay. Okay.
But listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. It's not that NAMBLA. That's just what everyone thinks it is. Hers means not again, Mr. Bobby Lee Ashford, which is he's a guy. He was the mayor of her town when she was a kid, and Bobby Lee Ashford, he was just a bad mayor. Basically, you just knew that he was getting kickbacks. And when he ran for re-election in 2004, he said, "Let's do it again." And then his opponent, Michael Connolly, his slogan was "NAMBLA, not again, Mr. Bobby Lee Ashford." So it says NAMBLA, and then 2004 or whatever year I said on it. But everyone definitely thinks it's the other NAMBLA.
Okay, so
because no one knows the
taxidermy,
colors of the NAMBLA logo, so they wouldn't.
taxidermy, NAMBLA, and what was the second one
The
again?
town hall crazy.
I mean, okay, does it mean that she is crazy, or just that she just likes to go there and sound off on
at a
crazy?
town hall, she is.
Okay, but not otherwise.
No, otherwise, I mean, these people are identical in every way.
They're just perfect in every way.
Yeah,
But
except at a
Town hall crazy. Okay. I would go. Taxidermy doesn't bother me, really, at all.
In the living room?
Did you say the living room?
Yeah, it's in the living room.
Wait, you said the living room, or did you
I
just
said
say
in the living
house?
room. I said in the living room.
Okay, then forget that. That's not number one.
you were gonna put her in the garage?
Did you really say the living room, or
I
you
said
just...
in the living room.
Okay,
I said
no,
in the
I can't
house,
do
and
that.
then I said in the living room.
Okay, that go town hall number one. That's kind of fun and charming in a way. It's only 4 times a year, and after a while, I think people just get used to it, and just, kind of weird. I mean, I'm hoping they don't lose a job because of it. That's certainly the first thing that comes to my mind, is they may lose a job or friends. But you didn't say that, so
Right.
So that's number one. Number 2 is NAMBLA. Number 3, it dropped from 1 to 3 because you said living room.
Garage. I mean, it's if it's in the garage, who cares?
Totally. That's why I said 1.
Yeah, no, it's in the living room. I go. Yeah, it's. See, I kind of think the town hall one would affect me more than anything, so that's going to be last.
That affects you more than the living room?
Yes, just because then everyone in the world knows this.
Okay.
Number. So I was kind of thinking about this NAMBLA thing. I was like, well, what if I wore a shirt that said Bobby Lee Ashford?
I mean,
would that get across what she's? But then I got to wear that shirt every day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go NAMBLA 1, roadkill taxidermy 2, and just get ready to explain a lot.
Yeah, I just disagree on this. I'm maybe not thinking through the repercussions of the town hall, but to me, it's kind of fun and endearing.
It's going to be one of those memes that lives forever.
It is.
And it's going to be embarrassment to your children and your children's children.
And
your
NAMBLA isn't.
children's
And I don't want my children seeing her taking apart these animals in the living room. Again, the garage.
Or
like
being in NAMBLA.
They probably wouldn't know what that means, though.
Yeah, I got to gamble that 90% of people don't know what NAMBLA is, because most people learned about it from a South Park episode 20-some years ago.
It's not ringing any bells. I think that maybe that's number 1. And then Yeah, I think it'd be that, and then town hall, and then taxidermy.
Okay. Folks, you heard it here first. Thanks for listening to Conner vs. Cobb. I am Ryan Connor.
Nick Cobb.
I will be in Edmonton at the comic strip this week, Thursday through Sunday, the 10th through the 13th. Yep. And then I'm going to be in Philly next week. And then coming up, I got BC, just outside Vancouver, and in New Westminster, and Minneapolis. And there's a couple more dates coming that I will announce very soon.
You're busy, B.
I don't want to be.
This Friday, I will be at Babs Comedy Club in Oak Park. Should be a lot of fun. Was there
Home
for
of Ernest
Father's
Hemingway.
Day. Really fun.
For Father's Day?
I was there. I did a comedy show during a brunch on Father's Day.
I thought you were saying
really
this week
fun.
is Father's Day. Okay.
And if you can pull that off and make it good, then you can pull off a regular show. Make it great.
There you have it, folks. Thank you for listening to Conner vs. Cobb. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, accuse us of crimes in the reviews, things like that. Thank you. Good luck in fantasy football this week. Bye.
That was pretty fun.
Just a couple of guys palling around, coming out of your speakers, a beautiful sound. They debate, berate, and have a laugh or two. Conner v. Cobb, for me and for you. La 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 la, la 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 la. Conner v. Cobb, for me and you.
Ryan and Nick. Nick and Ryan. The scoundrels of the hour.